Welcome to Nerding Out, the show where we, the GameSpot nerds of The Office, talk about shows that we like to watch. And today we're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Good Samaritan. So let's get into it. I'm Chastity, and I'm with Buddy and Tony, and we're here talking about the Good Samaritan. Let's jump into it. We finally got to see Ghost Rider's origin story.
Finally.
Or as much as we can get out of what we saw. So let's talk about that. Buddy.
Cool. So we have done like a who the heck is Robbie Reyes. We've nerded out on this guy just on our own a bunch. I was not expecting this origin story to be so different from the comic book initially, but then it got so far away, like what was going on with Uncle Eli, and I just was not expecting a dude who resembled Johnny Blaze to walk up.
Yeah, was that Johnny Blaze?
Yeah, a dude who
was
resembled
that? Yeah.
Johnny Blaze. So Robbie Reyes' origin story went like this. He steals a car from the place, in the comic books, he steals a car from the place that he works.
Maybe he borrowed it.
Yeah, sure. He was totally going to win the race, give it back.
It was for a race, yeah.
So in the show, he pushes a car out from his own house, his Uncle Eli's car. The car in the comic book, his uncle's already dead at this point and inhabiting the car that he borrows from his workplace. That car is full of drugs. The owner of those drugs is Dr. Zordo? Zabo. Dr. Zabo.
We've already seen in the show.
Who's in the show as
Daisy's dad.
Then he's murdered because there's drugs in the car by some weird paramilitary group. Gabe's not in the car.
Nope.
So that's the differentiation there. I was not expecting his brother to be shot in the spine in the show, and I found it actually a way better backstory than what was offered up in the comic book.
So Johnny Blaze shows up and just kind of passes his mojo into Robbie, and that's how he got his powers. Boom!
It's not your evil Uncle Eli inhabiting the body of your car.
No,
and
he's like, this is your problem now, bruh. See ya. Bye.
Take this fire.
Yeah, because it's interesting whether or not it is Johnny Blaze, because it doesn't make sense in terms of the comics. But what we saw in the last episode, when Lucy and Joe found a book, they were in the family home of the last person that owned a book. So was that Johnny Blaze? But then that's where we saw the Carnival poster for Quentin Carnival, that Johnny Blaze was a stunt driver. There's motorcycle helmets. There's like a part of a motorcycle in that cellar.
So signs are pointing to Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, but I would think
road signs.
I would think that I would think they'd be hesitant to actually use Johnny Blaze, maybe because of the Nicolas Cage movies or legal rights or licensing.
They just added those Easter eggs.
They're just like,
they could just be Easter eggs. Yeah, it could just be for us to pick apart.
But then the question is, so was that the devil? Was that Johnny Blaze? Was it the spirit of vengeance?
Yeah.
Where did it go? And is Johnny Blaze free now?
You said this before. No spirit of vengeance has ever passed a spirit of vengeance.
No, it's not. Ghost Rider doesn't like.
It works.
He's like, here you go. I'm done.
That's not how any of this works.
Tag your hit. Yeah.
Maybe it does.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
He did say the thing inside me craves vengeance. So that's
there's something inside of him. Definitely.
There is something.
Burns his
inside
face
him.
off.
Yeah.
Itching desire.
Face. Anyway, so the truth about Uncle Eli comes out. He's a bad boy.
He's a
Very bad boy. Yeah. So Lucy reveals that to him right before she kind of gets owned.
Yeah.
The truth is revealed.
Wrecked.
So
Get wrecked, Lucy.
Uncle Eli differences here.
Yeah. So Uncle Eli, we weren't upset. We were just wondering, is he evil? He doesn't seem to be evil. What's going on?
Very nice.
Also, he seems alive in this, which is very different. So they had us going. The only thing is, Uncle Eli is not the one that's possessing Robbie. That's out. Yep. But Uncle Eli becoming an evil spirit is still possible. Uncle Eli is definitely evil.
Yeah.
Definitely evil, becoming an evil spirit, possible. There are other spirits walking around. The one thing that they might have done is just been like, all right, let's not make him a spirit. Let's make some other spirits, but he's not going to be a spirit. Let's take that spirit thing, throw it on Lucy, then we'll just burn that horrible storyline to the ground. And literally. So that's what happened. Do you think, though, that Uncle Eli is the reason behind like his being empowered?
it kind of seems like it because he was trying to get at the Darkhold. I mean, Joe was obsessed with the book, and then Eli, when he first heard about it, he's like, "Where's this book? Let's see this book." And Joe's like, "No, it's mine." So it's like, did he know anything about? Which it doesn't make sense that he would know.
Right?
Maybe
How would he
did.
know? But
so because he wanted that book, right? And then at the end, he wanted to become a god and make the dark matter stuff.
One thing I want to say, the Darkhold. We're going to probably get into this in the end, but the Darkhold is owned at some point in its history by Doctor Strange, the counterpart of the Book of Ashanti. So,
which is really the only tie into the movie that we can figure out right now.
Right.
How does this play into a movie tie-in?
It seems like it's too early for an origin movie to try to tie that in, unless you see there's a scene where it's sitting on a bookshelf somewhere before.
Just another Easter egg.
It's just sitting there like
nerds
dark holes on the side, Dewey Decimal System.
Little breadcrumb trail.
All right.
Follow the breadcrumbs. So, speaking of Roxanne and Isodyne, we have to address that really quickly. So, Momentum Lab was owned by Isodyne, and this was kind of a Agent Carter reference, right?
Yeah.
So Agent Carter,
season 2, they did the whole episode or the whole storyline.
Yeah.
Breaching the Dark Forces element from another dimension, doing this whole it got crazy. And Roxxon in the comics is an evil oil corporation.
They're all evil, aren't they?
And they might be responsible for the death of the Starks in the comics, which is different than in the movies. I mean, they're just evil.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a little thing. It's like they mentioned them before.
Lots
this episode.
Of evil.
Yeah, they're Roxxon sucks basically. So
got it.
Cool.
Don't want to work there.
Cool.
All right, and where's Simmons going? Anyone?
Yeah. Anybody? Anyone?
Yeah, anyone? Does anyone
Simmons?
know?
Anyone?
So they put a bag over her head. She has to work with the government. So we assume this has something to do with the very end of the last episode where Mace was talking to the senator.
Yeah, the evil senator.
Yeah, the evil senator.
Yeah, I don't like Jeffrey. Just I don't like him.
What's he up to?
He's a butthead.
He got a little like in Coulson's face where he's like, "I'm the director and you lied to me." And
But you know who got in his face, right?
yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
Ray.
Oh shoot!
That was
he got
crazy.
punched like 20 times.
But he took a lot of hits pretty well. Like, so
Yeah.
he's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's all we
So
know. We
he
don't.
was
Mace
Jeffrey
is very
Mace in the
strong.
comics
Yeah.
had no powers, right?
No, yeah, he had no powers. He was Patriot, then became Captain America. So he
Which was
trained physical.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't like super soldier. So here he's an Inhuman. All we know is he's strong.
He's
like when he
very
lifted
strong.
up May.
Yeah.
But, so
And he can take a bunch of hits from Ghost Rider.
yeah, we don't know. That's all we know.
Superpowers,
Straight to the face.
in the face. Cool, man. Cool.
Awesome. Good
You
job.
and Wolverine.
And you survived. So we don't have any information on the next episode.
Nope.
But
Yeah, there's nothing. Surprisingly,
We are thinking that it's going to tie into Doctor Strange, right?
maybe yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Or we'll see like where
Based on the Darkhold Book of Ashanti, those are all the fun things he plays with.
Yep.
Yeah.
or maybe it's another solo episode with Simmons. Like,
Oh, man,
when
I
she went
can't
to the
wait.
planet.
Oh my God, so good.
I mean,
Just having
because
flashbacks to her on the other.
Just what a thought bubble with
Yeah.
that episode.
Because all he said is that they needed her expertise on Inhumans.
Yes.
So that's she's doing this favor for the U.S. government. So that's where she's taking. Why the bag?
Why the
Jeez,
bag? Where's she
I
going?
crush on her
Did they
pretty
wash the
hard,
bag
so-
before they put it out?
No,
whole
they use the
episode.
same bag. It's just
It's nasty.
It's a dirty bag.
Oh, dude.
Anyway,
Shield got public funding. They can afford new bags.
that's true. Well,
that
I
note.
don't know.
They should have a logo under then.
On that
official
note, tune in next week to find out whether or not the bag is dirty and where Simmons is going and if it's tying into Doctor Strange. And for all your favorite TV shows, comics, and movie coverage, stay here with Nerding Out.